Hello and welcome back to Japan Game Junk, going over some things that were found at a hard-off store in Machida City. I believe this is the Kisono? I'll look it up later. The Machida Kisono store, hard-off and hobby-off and such. They had lots of stuff there. Let's start it up. First of all, Super Nintendo games, not Famicom, but the North American release Super Nintendo games. Mortal Kombat 3 was 8,000 yen. Real Monsters, based on the Nickelodeon animation, 5,000 yen. Donkey Kong Country, cartridge only 3,800 yen. But The Lion King, the cheapest one at 2,000 yen, for one of the better games. Bokosuka Wars, a game, I should have bought this, thinking back now, just for the collection, but MSX game, 2,000 yen, but it's just not a fun game at all. But yeah, your little dude wanders around and you somehow fight even though there's no animation. But yeah, that MSX game was, sorry for the yawn, yeah, it was pretty cheap. For 1,500 yen, Super Real Mahjong Special for the Super CD-ROM for the PC Engine. I believe I had this already, so I did not buy it, but there's a chance actually I don't have it and I just forgot. So should have bought it in that case, because that's pretty cheap for a game where you can see lovely ladies. This store also did have several Playdia games for the Bandai Playdia. Game is being very very generous, though. If you've never had one, a Playdia, it's like the controller is like a remote control for a TV, just infrared. And the games are incredibly simple, like choose to go left or right, or choose A or B in an option menu only. But it's fun for little kiddies, especially at the time when you just want to see videos and stuff. But Ultraman Powered for the Bandai Playdia was 2,500 yen. And Norimono Banzai Kuruma Daishugo. So, go riding stuff, collection of all the cars, was 2,000 yen. And then a weird one for the Playdia. For adults, it looks like the Aya Hisakawa musician or idol musician, maybe. It's called the Elements Voice series. Very big, different box compared to the rest. So here it looks like maybe it's for the adults who are a fan of this singer to appreciate things on their Playdia. In the showcase, Kageki, the fighting game for the Mega Drive, 6,000 yen complete. And the Arcade Card Pro, which you need for not the Duo, but the original PC CD-ROM for the PC Engine to play arcade card games. They had two of them. One was in a little bit better condition, and it was 20,000 yen. The one that was in slightly worse condition with the manual and stuff appeared to be 17,000 yen. A Super Nintendo as opposed to Super Famicom, the North American Super Famicom, Super Nintendo. Was being sold for 35,000 yen, no box, just the system controller and AC adapter. Although there was no yellowing of the system, it looked like it was in pretty good condition. There was a Duke controller, the anniversary edition for the Xbox One/Series, and I was very happy to get mine. That was actually has the special edition the anniversary edition on it that I got for 3,000 yen. Here was the regular one for 5,000. Even then, it's kind of a cheaper price compared to usual. Mega CD 2 to play your Mega CD, Sega CD games, 25,000 yen. Kind of pricey. And as this is a game, a weird pocket version of the Game of Life where you have the spinner, to go down spaces on a board to win the game. It's just your typical board game. 300 yen in a baggie. Looks like it was probably some portable game that lost its box. For 5,000 yen, and FM Towns, a gamepad. In the last episode, talked about other FM Towns. This one, though, a squarish, rectangular-ish gray one as opposed to a roundish white one. But yeah, the FM Towns Marty controllers. This part of Japan seems to have quite a few in the hard-offs. For 7,000 yen was the TV Fun 902 from Tomy. This is a game from the late 70s. One of those things where you have different kinds of Pong, and you play different kinds of Pong on your TV. Says that it worked, but it's very, very, rattly and old. For the Saturn, Osama game, the King game, just 2 women in bras on the front looking at you with smiles. 5,000 yen. Super Real Mahjong Graffiti for the Saturn with the X rating 18 and only 18 older only on there, and the back of the game, the back of the CD card case, the insert, there are indeed bare breasts being shown. So if you want that adult game for your Saturn, then pick it up for 4,000 yen. Let's see what else. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It is, of course, a very famous game in the West for its twists. Not to give anything away, but it was being sold for 3,100 yen for the Switch in this game. I was surprised to see that here. I thought it was kind of a Western thing to make fun of Japanese, games of this type, but apparently it had a Japanese release as well. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins for the Game Boy. A beautiful version. This is the Australian version. Looks the same as the US, except the code on the left is DMGMQ-AUS. So, made in Japan, sent to Australia, back to Japan. 1,000 yen. A Pioneer retro computer. A PC 6000 computer. Sorry, not Pioneer. This is NEC PC 6000. For 15,000 yen. There's a cartridge slot, but otherwise, I don't really know much about the software for this, but if it could play things like, certain old games that I don't have the machine for, I would have bought this, as it is tested and working for 15,000 yen, but yeah, actually the first I've ever seen in the wild. It even includes the box, the PC 6000. And with that, that's everything that I noticed when I was out and about at this hard off there in Machida City. So anyway, thanks so much for listening. Have a wonderful, beautiful day, and remember, you're very special just because you listen to this. Goodbye.